First question for Oliver, just your level of excitement at being here in Vancouver and getting things kicked off with a new team here.
Yeah, super excited to be able to get a fresh start and to come here. I really like the team that we have here, and I believe that we have a chance to win here, so super excited.
How do you see yourself fitting into this group and helping out this year?
Good. I'm just going to try to play my game and get back to where I've been before, so and I think that I'm going to be able to do that here.
Conor, no mustache.
Yeah, I'm shaving this too, so try to be clean cut.
So you've spent the last couple of years kind of establishing yourself as a top six forward. Do you feel that now gives you like a foundation to really take a step forward and take your game to another level in the coming season?
Well, yeah, you always want to improve, but I got into the top six by taking somebody's job that was in the top six, so I'm sure there's guys that will be behind you and in the system that want that job as well, so you're going to have to go out and perform each and every night to be able to hold that job. That comes, top six comes with a lot of responsibility, a lot of minutes, and being a good player for 82 games. So, but you'll be surrounded by some really good players in the top six, and excited for the challenge.
And Oliver, you kind of acknowledged heading into this season that maybe the last couple seasons haven't gone quite the way you wanted. Do you feel like the change of scenery will be enough, or is there something else you have to do to kind of step back to where you were before?
No, I think obviously you still have to work hard and to improve your game, but I feel like I haven't been that bad. I feel, obviously the team have been struggling, and I was supposed to be a leader on that team, so obviously that was hard for me. But I really feel comfortable here. Only been here for a week, but I think a fresh start is going to be good for me.
Conor, when we heard from you this summer during training, or just after you were traded, you were pretty eyes wide open about coming to Vancouver and seeing what this is all about. So I'm curious about what your impressions have been so far, both of the city, the guys, and the way things have gone since you've been in town.
Yeah, so the city's beautiful. I have a fiance with me and a small dog, so we've enjoyed it and being able to walk, and I've actually walked to the rinks every day, so just to enjoy that, and it's a big change from driving 40 minutes to work the last couple of years. So, but yeah, I think something that struck me is just the talent we have on the ice. I think it's a little overwhelming just to see how good some of these guys are that I didn't get to see last year, and only a few times the year before. So it's exciting, and to be able to be on the same team and same line with a few of these guys is going to be fun.
A couple for Conor. Talking to guys you've played with or guys who played against you, they said the one aspect of your game that they really admire is that it's not just the strength on puck, that you seem to have a little bit of a bite to your game. Where does that come from? Is that something you grew up with? Trying to make teams moving all the way up, that you got to also have that little bit of an edge to your game, especially when you're maybe, playing in the slot, things of that nature?
Yeah, well, I'm just a competitive person. Whatever I'm playing, I want to win, whether, it's cards or golf or, playing in the NHL, I want to win. So, you play your hardest and you just compete, and I love to compete. And, the best thing about, hockey is having the puck on your stick and being able to make a play with it. So if it's not on your stick, you got to work hard to get it back. And, I enjoy that part of the game. And it's just fun. It's fun playing the game. So, when you're enjoying it, you're usually playing as hard as you can. So, but yeah, I've always kind of had a little bit of a bite. My dad played in the minors. He's a bit of a grinder. He's a fighter. So maybe I got it from him, or my mother grew up in the city. So I got it from one of those two.
Quick follow-up, if I may. Your agent talked a lot about not just the fit in Vancouver, but a lot about Travis Green. I'm sure you watched the way he handles the bench. You probably talked to some of the players about what he's like to play for. What do you like about him? What have you heard about him?
The one thing I heard is just rewards players that play hard and are playing well, and I think that's anything, that's one thing you want as a player is when you're feeling it, when you're playing, you'll get your ice time that you deserve, and when you're not, it's because of you. So that's something I look forward to is, earning my minutes each and every night and playing for a coach that will let me play the style I play. And but we're just, I'm just really excited to be here.
A question for you, Oliver. How perfect of a fit is Vancouver for the next stage of your career here?
I think it's a great fit, and that's why I wanted to come here. I really like the team, like I said. I think all the young guys we're going to be in their prime, and we're going to have a chance to win, and that's what it's all about. I want to win. I've been in the league a long time now, and haven't really got a chance to go far into the playoffs and stuff, so that's what I'm really looking forward to.
And Conor, for you, how do you feel about this group? You talked about a lot of skill on this team. To get them into the playoffs and go on a deep run, that's got to be something exciting for you.
Yeah, well, they're a team that was, you know, in Game 7 of the second round just a year ago before this shortened season. So made some, you know, good additions, obviously, with O and me coming here. We feel like we can help them a bunch and get over that hump and get into the playoffs. It's a tough division this year and a lot of meaningful games right from the start. So, you know, last year, you know, in the years prior, we really didn't, you know, have, you know, a legitimate shot to really get in and make a run at it. So the excitement going into training this summer and, you know, the thought of the reality of being able to play for a Stanley Cup this year is something that, you know, gets you excited.
Conor, over here, just I'm not sure if you've had a chance to skate with Bo Horvat the last couple of days at all, but just what have you learned about his game and how do you think you might fit with him?
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of players that, you know, someone that plays my style would fit pretty well with. So, but Bo, someone I watched, I played in junior at the same time he did, and they were in the Memorial Cup. So I remember watching how dominant he was even way back then, and matching up against him a few times here. Coming into Vancouver was always a hard matchup. Someone who's reliable defensively, you know, and then can go down the other end and score 2 or 3 a night. So, you know, to be able to play with a player like that, yeah, it's definitely exciting. And you know, I've just seen how hard he works in practice. You know, usually the last guy off the ice, which is, you know, pretty impressive for somebody at his stage of his career and how much he's accomplished. So, but yeah, someone look forward to learning from and being able to play with.
And Oliver, similar question for you, just in terms of who's on the right side of Vancouver's blue line, who do you expect maybe to play with, and what type of player fits your game well?
We haven't got that far yet. I mean, first day of training camp, but I feel like we have a lot of good players in the back end there, so that's really matter. My goal is to make my partner better and whoever is on the ice with me better. So that's what I'm trying to focus on. But like I said, it's a lot of good players on that team, and I'm super excited to step on the ice here tomorrow. We heard that it's going to be a tough day, so I'm excited about that.
Let's take a few more and then our next group of players is here. Yeah, have a light breakfast tomorrow. Conor, you had your own team to worry about last season, so I'm sure I'm guessing you didn't give much thought to the struggles that Vancouver had. But when you see the talent that you've mentioned is here, does part of you wonder, you know, what the heck happened to these guys last year?
No, because I know how strange last year was and how hard it was, and you know, and I saw the injuries they had. So you know, it was 56 games. You know, we got off to a good start, fortunately, and we were almost in the playoff hunt the whole season. So it was kind of like if you got off to a bad start, you're almost dead early. So it was a strange year, and there really wasn't much time to kind of make a rebound or make a push for it if you didn't get off to on the right foot. So you know, and I'm not too worried about what happened last year. We're just more focused on coming into this year and, you know, playing my game and trying to help them win some hockey games.
Gentlemen, I'm going to try and mix it up here at the risk of making a bad first impression. You're new faces to us, but you're familiar to each other. Can I ask you both to tell us one thing about the other one as a teammate that the public wouldn't know?
Well, I can start. No, I mean, I think obviously he's an unbelievable player. I think I don't think he gets enough credit in Arizona. I think I mean, he was our best forward by far. So I'm super excited when I saw that we got traded together, and unbelievable guy, team player, and works hard and off the ice. Yeah, I don't know what I should say. I don't want to throw you under the bus.
Yeah, I got to change my answer now. So. No, obviously O was, you know, my captain, and when I came into camp my first year in 2015, he was the guy I went home and told everybody in junior about how good he was and how dominant he was as a player. So, you know, I was fortunate to see, you know, what he did for us in the bubble and the playoffs and how well he played for us, and you know, he was our leader in the playoffs, and you know, I really think it's a steal for Vancouver to be able to get him at this time of his career. And you know, we were pretty excited in the summer, obviously, to be able to have a chance to compete and play for a Stanley Cup. So there the locker room's going to get a great guy that was a great leader, and you know, with already a good leadership group in place, and on the ice he's going to be a a great defenseman that is reliable in his D zone and someone who's easy to get the puck to in the O zone. So great player, and hopefully we can produce for this team.
Thanks. Dinner on me, right?
Conor, you had a long journey to the NHL. You were passed over once in the draft, grinded a long time in the minors. You kind of had to scratch and claw for everything. And now it's a little bit different. You've established yourself as a high-end player. You've got a brand new extension. Congrats on that, by the way. How do you still carry that chip on your shoulder? And how do you kind of keep that fire going now that maybe you're not an underdog anymore?
Well, I mean, the fire I have isn't to, it's really just to win hockey games. But another thing is, getting traded, hurts a little bit. And the situation I was in with, the team that I, played for the last 3 years and gave everything I had. And, they talked a lot about bleeding in the desert, and I thought I did that. And, and then not to, have a contract negotiation and then just get traded. It's, I don't want to say it hurts a little bit, but you want to go out there and you want to prove people wrong that didn't believe in you. And fortunately, the Canucks believe in me and gave me a 5-year contract. So, you want to go out and play and prove them right, because, not many teams have believed in me growing up, and not many have believed in me in my pro career. So I want to prove them right and go out each and every night and compete.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.